So the first basic thing is like how do you enable personalization link on OAF pages? Why? Because to perform personalization, the tool which we use is a problem. Okay. So to perform personalization for a developer, they have to have a personalized link on the standard pages. So when you enable these profile values, like of F&D personalization region link enable and personalized self-service definition to yes. So it will show a personalized page link on the page in this particular profile, personalized self-service definition, if it is yes,
Yeah.
it will have a personalized page link on the top right hand side of your Oracle e-business home page. And F&D personalization region link enable. This will allow you to perform personalization at the region level. So if this particular profile value is
Yeah.
yes, it will show the personalized link on each and every region in the OAF page. So that is the only difference. So this particular one, the personalized self-service definition is for the purpose of page level, and this is for the purpose of region level. So for a developer, it is very good to have these two profile values to set to yes. Okay, and the other
Yeah.
profile value are disabled self-service personal to no. Okay, so these are three
Yeah.
important profile values for the developer to work on the personalization. And let us what we do is we'll try to work on some set of basic personalizations. Okay, and we'll see how we define them and what's the way we can achieve them. So theoretically, you don't have much concept to discuss on this one, but it's all practical things to discuss now. So let me show you the things now. So I'm logging with my user operations. Okay. Now let me open the database also. One minute. There's one profile value and other one is personalized service definition. So now let us see how exactly what is the difference between these two profile values. If you observe here, so as of now we are unable to see a personalized page at the page level as well as personalized iconic at the region level. For every region I have a personalized link here. Okay. So now let us observe what is our
Yeah.
help. Let us see the profile values first and then we will work on the requirements.
Yeah.
So go to functional administrator, core services, profile, use the username, operation, and click on the now profile value is yes here. So I try to update to no and let us see what is the result we happen. I just set it as no, click on apply. So once you click on update, this link will not be shown now.
Yeah.
Can you see? The personalized link is no more available now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that is the functionality of this particular profile value. So now I'll set to yes and click on update and see the difference. Okay. Got the difference? So that is the purpose of this particular profile value. And other
Yeah.
profile value, okay, click on go and just click on update. So here the value is yes. I just make it as no
Mm-hmm.
and click on update. see the difference here? So there is nowhere personalization link on the region level. There is nowhere. Initially there was a thing, and even if you turn on home page and you can observe that there is no link, right? There is no link at the region level. We just have the personalization at the page level, but we don't have at the region level. So, but the option is, like we as a developer we require both profile values to be yes. Okay. So now I'll re-enable it. Click on page and set the value to yes. Now click on home and you can see the difference. Right? That is a major important.
Yeah.
Okay. So now what we do is we'll try to choose some pages and just work on the personalization on those pages. Okay. So we can choose any pages. Let's choose right procurement. Okay. I'll just click on contractor. Whatever it is. Okay. So now I'm in this particular page, I procurement contractor page. Okay. So we'll just try to work on very simple requirement. Assume that here the header value is used, right? Header values is used here. And now our requirement is, let us say I want to display this particular value as contractor views. I want to display it as contractor views. And first basic thing is, what are the features or what are the functionalities we can achieve using personalization. So let me write here. Okay. So the one thing is changing the prompt, enabling or disabling the item or region, whether it's true or false, items or region, as well as create item or region. So these are the functionalities we can achieve. And we have three levels: site level, OA level, as well as responsibility level. So there are three levels of personalization we can do. Okay.
It's not possible for user, no?
No, no. User level is not possible.
But but the user has their own.
Yes, but the user will have a responsibility, right? When you perform personalization,
Yeah.
it shows only three levels. It does not show user level.
Yeah.
So we have one more level called function. If you observe here, let us say this is my page now. So first of all, we have to know what is the page name. When you're trying to perform personalization, the basic thing you have to make a note is you have to know the page name. If you forget the page name, it's very difficult to get the page information again. So that is why it is always better to say first thing is to get the page name first. You call about this page name, so it will show the page name. So let's make a note of the page name here, and now go back. So here what I will do is I'll just try to perform personalize. So here this view is above this particular personalization link, right? This view's header is above this personalization link. So I cannot click on this one. If I click on this one, this will not be shown, right? So what I will do is I'll try to click on personalize here. I'll try to click on personalize here. I'll click on personalize page. So before that, before performing the real personalization, what I will do is I just want to check are there any personalization already done on this page or not. So using this particular Java API, I mean the PL/SQL API, I'll try to perform it. I'll try to find out the information using the PL/SQL API. JDR with plus customizations. Okay. So this is one of the PL/SQL API using which we can find out are there any personalizations done on this particular page or not.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not giving any output. So it means that there is no personalization done on this page. Okay, no output at all. Now what I will do is let me perform the personalization now. So where is our header region? Yeah, this is header region, right? This is header region. This is click on personalize. Right? This is the one. So here we have three levels, right? Size, organization, as well as responsibility. So now I just say contractor. Yes. Okay. Now just click on update and see the difference. Click on apply and go back to the page. You can see the difference.
Yeah.
Okay. So now what is the change happen? Now where exactly it is getting stored? Now we have done the personalization, that's okay. But where is it storing? So now if you observe the database backend, let us say now just try to run the same script again, you have to see the difference now. Can you see the difference? Right? It is showing an extra information now, right? It is displaying this particular output, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's stored in tables.
Yeah. So now what I will do is I have to if you just observe, you can also get the XML information what happened. Here this is dot print document. It will print the personalization information in the XML font. Exhibit response and you can see that. Got it? Okay. This is the content of the personalization what we have done. So whatever the personalization we do, this will get stored in database, okay, and but not in XML format. See the thing is now we are able to retrieve the personalization information in XML format, but it's actually it will not store the information in the XML format. It will store in the normal record by record fashion. So, but how I am confirming that is? Let me show you that information also. So, Mike, are you aware of the concept of MDS? MDS. Did you hear this word?
Yes.
Right? So you're aware of this particular concept, right?
Yes. I realize that it checks at the end of the process if there's customization being applied.
Yeah. So not only that, like when you generally like we have our if you consider pages. So in the model layer, you generally have a business component like AM, EO, VO, VS, and the view layer will have pages, regions, and coming to the civil will have civil, right? So when we move when you're trying to move the code from your local instance from your local machine to the server, what will happen is the model layer as well as the civil layer we have to move to the Java top and the view layer, nothing but the pages or regions, we have to move to the MDS layer. That's the difference. Nothing but database. Okay. So now when you perform personalization, it will store the information in the MDS layer, nothing but database table. So what are the database tables? How do you validate that? Yeah, let us see that. So there are totally three tables which are very much important and relevant for the OAF. One is JDR path. So for the JDR path, I just need to mention what is the page name. So what is the page name? Contracted home page. This is my page name. So I just need to pass it. So you may get multiple records, but how do you validate which is our customized path? So from this, what I will do is just mention class underscore name, class underscore doc ID, and creator underscore y, junior underscore. Can you see the difference now? So we got multiple records. If you observe carefully, the second record is showing that created by as internal, and also it shows the total full path which we got using our list customization, right? So nothing but this is our personalization information, and the other one is a standard page. The other one is a standard page, and the next one is the personalization information which is getting stored. Now, let's where is the content? It is just having a record, but where is the content? The exact content will get stored in multiple tables. So we have one more table called JDR attribute, JDR component, component underscore doc ID. We just need to pass the document ID, right? So it shows element information. It shows just the component information. It will not show the properties what we have changed. So for that one, I think we have to go to next one more table. That is JDR attribute component. JDR attribute where attribute underscore component underscore doc ID is equal to this. Now you can clearly see that what we have done from here. Right? So on this particular, see the element name is here, it shows clearly that what is the element, the view region. On the view region, for this one, I have modified the text as contractor view. That is what it says. Okay. So the total information of the personalization gets stored in the MDS table. Okay. So let us see one more personalization, and then we'll see how do you deploy, how do you migrate. Okay. Now what I would want to do is, let us say I would like to modify this specific column name. I want to modify this column name. Instead of displaying it as name, I want to display it as contractor name. I want to display it as contractor name. So how can I do it? You can simply click on personalize at this table level. Click on personalize table level, this one, personalize link here. And always make sure that when you're performing personalization, again you have to make sure that whether this particular document name is similar to a page name or not. Now if you observe carefully, this particular name is not similar to a page name. It is totally different one. Do you see? So what is like? Do you have the idea about the shared region concept? Shared region. There's a
What to say? Shared region.
Shared region. There's a concept called shared region.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Sorry?
I don't know. I didn't hear this word exactly now.
Oh, is it? Okay. So the concept of a shared region is, let me explain here, very much important one. So when you design a pages, when you design any of the OAF page, what we do is every page, what exactly a page will contain? A page will contain a set of regions as well as a set of items. This is what a page will have. So what is the shared region is? Like let us say, consider the scenario that let us say that you want to design set of pages for your client. Assume that you want to design around 10 pages for the client purpose, and as to the client, in each page you want to display an employee information. Nothing but there is one particular criteria. In each page you want to display some employee information. Nothing but let us say department name, EMP name, as well as employment name. Now, on each page you want to show this particular information. So, when you have same content to be displayed on each page without any extra functionality, what is the best thing is? We'll try to design this particular component independently, and we'll try to use this particular component in all the pages. That is what a shared region concept is.
Yeah.
So now, like here, I'll show you. So here now what I will do is, let us say, I'll just create a new region now. Click on new OA component. I'll create a region. Rather than clicking on a page, I'll click on a region. Just click on OK here, and now I'll just mention the region style as header. Sample region. Okay. So this is my region now. This is not my page. It's a region. Okay. Now
Okay.
I'll just create some dummy items or something like that. Okay. So I created two items here, and on this particular region, I will set the aim definition also. And there's a property called standalone. So I'll set it to, and now run the region. Just run the region and see the difference how it looks like. Now we are able to see the region, right? Region.
Yeah.
So now what I want to do is I don't want to run this particular component independent. I want to run this particular one as a part of another page. So what I will do is just copy the region path. Just copy the region path. This is my path now. So I'll copy the region path. So in the earlier example, what we have worked on. So let us say our invoice Gmail page. So here what I will do is, so on the top of this particular page, I want to show this particular shared region. So just create a new region, and just move it to the top. Quickly move to the top, and here we have a property called extends. Here we have a property called extends. I just paste the region name here.
Yeah.
I just paste the region name and you can see the difference. Press enter. And can you see the components now here? The item 1 as well as item 1 is grayed out. And now if you run this particular page, it has to show that region content also here. Can you see the sample region now?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This is a shared region function.
Okay.
Okay. So now when I perform personalization on the region, I have to make a note of the personalization region name, not the page name. So both are totally different ones. Okay. In the same way, when I perform personalization here now on this particular one, I have to note this particular one, the document name, the table region name. Okay. So now what I want to do is I just want to change the column name. So I'll just click on personalize here. So here I have a prompt. So I'll just change it to contractor name. That's it.
Okay.
Correct. After this, I just click on apply, and now go back. Click on the and finish the difference.
Yeah.
Okay. Now from the database, we have to validate again like what happened. We just want to validate now. So what I'll do is, so we have to run this particular query on this one now. So what is the region name? So we have to get our region name. This is our region name. Now we got one particular record, isn't it? We got one record. Yes. Right? Now just run this particular query now. Yeah. Got it?
Uh-huh.
And modify to contractor name.
Yeah.
Okay. So now the next thing is now we are able to perform personalization, and next functionality what I will try to do is how do you migrate this personalization? Now let us say on the development instance you have done your personalization and everything is perfect. How do you migrate it? How do you migrate to the target instance? So for this one, what we do is using functional administrator we can download the personalization information in XML file, and in the target instance we just need to upload this particular XML file. That is what we have to do. We
Yeah.
just need to download the personalization and then we have to upload it. So
Yeah.
So what we do is go to functional administrator. So before that, like before downloading the personalization, what we have to do is there is a profile value called FND document root path. There is a profile value called FND document root path. So we have to set this particular profile to any valid location in your server,
Yeah.
in the application server. So what I will do is I'll go to my DNSCP here, and first of all let me check the profile value and we'll see that. Click on function administrator. Okay, so FND personalized document is the profile value, and now we observe this particular profile is having a value called this one. So we can just see whether this particular directory is valid one, or we can update with a new location. So what
Okay.
we can do is we can validate whether it's correct or not, or we can just create a new one. If this is a valid one, but let us say I want to have a new one. So what I will do is I'll just create a new directory here. Click on new and directory, and I say I procurement personalization, right? So make sure that this is having all the right permissions. Now make a note of this particular full path, copy the path, and go to the server here. I'll change the profile value. Click on update. So this is the profile value. I can do personalization document full path. Now what I will do, the next thing is go to personalization. In the function administrator only, we have a tab called personalization. And now what we do is, in the personalization tab, again we have two pages. One is application catalog and other one is import as well as export. Using application catalog, what we can do is, we can perform personalization, we can manage personalization, and we can enable, disable as well as delete. We can do all these
Okay.
particular functionalities. And now for this particular page, if you observe, let us say, search here, you can go. So again, unable to find out that. So can you see, there is a contractor page. Can you see contractor home page? This is the one, right? Contractor
Yeah.
home page. So just click on. So it's saying that personalized is yes, it's correct. And now just click on personalize. You can perform personalization again. You can perform personalization using this particular link here, or you can use this particular link to manage it. Just click on manage here.
Yeah.
So using manage, we can see here the date it's showing last updated date, and it is activated. You can just click on this one to delete it and to activate it as well as to deactivate it. Okay.
Yeah.
And it shows a list of personalizations which are done on this particular page. This is a shared region also. Now, if you observe here, it shows this particular table region also which we have personalized. But when you download, it will not download this personalization. So we have to separately download the page personalization as well as the region personalization.
Is there a danger when you download and upload that you might disturb other personalizations?
Sorry, is there any?
If you download,
Yeah.
is there a danger like I know from forms personalizations, right,
Hmm.
that you can, if you're not careful, disable other personalizations, using the FND load functionality. But I mean, is this pretty safe? Like you can download a personalization from, even though there are other personalizations on the same page,
Oh, yeah,
or you
yeah,
would have to download everything and upload,
yeah.
and be
Okay.
careful that you're not overriding older ones.
Yeah, I understand. I'll tell you. See now, the basic thing is now. So when in a way, like when you perform personalization, let us say, assume that on a site level, there are three personas which are already there, and you have done few more. Assume that you have done few more personalization on the same site level. So
Yeah,
now, when you download the personalization, it will download 3 plus 2 total personalization. Okay, total
yeah,
personalization it will download. And when you upload also, it will perform the upload of all the personalization at that level. So it will download the personalization based on the level wise, not the component or region wise.
Yeah. Yeah.
So nothing but it will download all the personalization which are done at the site level.
Yeah.
And when you upload again, it will upload everything,
Yeah.
uploading all the personalization which are done at the site level. I mean the appropriate level. So yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, that we have to be very much careful. Then what is the easier way? I mean, what is the safer thing is you can also in like whenever you're trying to upload to some target instance, what is the way you can perform a backup is you just make a note of this one. You just ask the DB to download the personalization and save this particular XML file. You just save this XML file. This is a safer one. First of all, list the customization. You print the document and save the XML file which you got the output, and that is a backup for your personalization.
Yeah. Okay.
That is the only thing. Yeah, yeah. So now here, for using application catalog, we can manage all the personalization as well as can perform personalization also. The other thing is you just need to click on import and export. Click on import export. So here, in the import export again we have two things: personalization repository and another one is personal exported personalization. So now we are in the personalization repository. We just need to download, right? So we have to mention the document part. So we just see here. We have to mention till the root directory, till the web UI only. We should not mention the component name. It will not work. You have to mention till web UI, and we have to select the appropriate things which are relevant for us. So in our case, these are the two things which are relevant for us. One is page personalization, another one is region personalization. Right? So it is
Yeah.
storing information separately. So you just need to click on export to file system. It will download the personalization now. Just click on export. It will download the particular content in this directory. It clearly mentions what is the directory also. Just refresh here. Got it? So when it downloads the personalization, it maintains the directory hierarchy. So we have to follow the same hierarchy. When you are trying to migrate to the target instance, we have to make a note of this particular folder, not just the file. We have to totally migrate this folder. So if you observe the content of this folder, so it have the same path which we have just seen using our JDR build, right? So it's XML content.
So you can't just do the region alone, right?
Sorry, we can.
You can export and import the region personalization on its own.
Yes, we can do that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So see, one more thing is here. These are the shared regions, right? These are the shared regions. So now, we just saw one
Yes.
more. We have seen a page development also now. Like if you observe this particular page, if you want to deploy this particular page, I have to deploy my shared region also. Nothing but I have to upload into MDS layer. That is why if
Yeah.
you observe, I clearly mentioned here, when you are trying to migrate, you have to mention the pages as well as regions also. If it is a shared region, yes, you have to explicitly upload into MDS layer.
And to find out if a region has been shared among many other pages that you may not know about, how do you do that? I mean, you may be affecting a lot more things, right?
No, see what will happen is now let us say uh, if that particular region is used across all the different pages, and if you are performing personalization, yes, that is correct. Yeah, yeah, right, of course. So what in that scenario, what we can do is we have a responsibility, right? We can consider responsibility as a criteria.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have a site OU as well as a responsibility. So in that kind of scenario, we can work with the responsibility level.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So this XML content. Now, if you want to upload into target instance, let us assume that you want to upload the same thing to the target instance. So what you can do is I don't have any other instance, but I can show you how do you upload it to target instance here. So what we do is let us say assume that you have copied this particular Oracle folder into some particular target folder. Okay. So when you are trying to upload the personalization to the target instance also, the first thing is you have to set the profile value. You have to set the profile value. After setting the profile value, you just move this particular folder, Oracle folder, into that particular target instance, and after that, what you do is click on export and personalization. So when you click on export or personalization, if some particular content is available in this particular directory, nothing but based on the profile value, it automatically shows all the information in appropriate header.
Okay.
Okay. So just need to click on select all, and you just need to click on import from file system. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, just click on this one. Click on import from file system. That's it. Okay. That's how we can
Okay.
upload into target instance. So now, like we have seen a very simple personalization. Now, what I will do is I try to show you how do you create a component. Let's see how do you create a component. Okay.
Okay.
Now we'll choose another page. Okay, I'll choose customers online. So now what I will do is let us say assume that we just want to show extra column at this level. Now we have bookmark organization, right? It is showing bookmark organizations. So now what I want to do is I just want to show an extra column, okay, at this particular level. So before that, just find out what is the information about this particular page. Just click on about this page,
Mm-hmm.
and so on the about this page, when you click on about this page, it shows the page definition and also it shows the business components. So in the page definition, it will show the list of all the components which are available on the page. Just click on expand down, it shows all the information. Now if I want to search for the bookmark organization, so this is one, right? So this is a bookmark organization. So that particular table region is using this viewer. So just click on this viewer.
Yeah.
Just click on this viewer here. Now just find out what are the columns that are available here. So we have user party ID and party ID and many other things, right? So what I will do is, let us say, I will make a note of this particular party ID and what is the Vivo name. So go back, so find out the Vivo name. So this is the Vivo name, right? Vivo instance. Make a note of the Vivo instance also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what is the thing I want to do now is, so I have this particular table region, and my requirement is I want to show the party ID in this table region. My requirement is just to show the party ID in this particular table region. So now, if you observe here, as per the requirement of the party ID you want to show in the table region. So now party ID is already available in the Vivo, right? Party ID is available in the Vivo, so you should not go for the extension. You just need to perform personalization, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You just need to go with
Yeah.
personalization, not the extension. So I just simple Vivo personalization is required, not Vivo, but you can just say personalization. Okay. Now what I can do is click on this particular personalized table region. Click on this particular personalized table region, and as usual, always make a note of the document name. It's very much important. Okay. And after that, what we want to do, we want to create a new item. We want to create a new item, right? So here on the table level, just click on create item, and here what kind of item, what is the item style we want to create? We want to create a message style text because it's a read-only item, so I have to go with message style text.
Okay.
And we can create new items only at site level. We cannot create any at any other level. We can create new items only at site level.
Yeah.
And now I just mention I have to mention the item ID. So I'll just go with access party ID. And what is the value now? So here we have a prompt. We'll say access party ID. And where is the view instance and view attribute? Somewhere you have that one. Yeah. So can you see the view instance? So view instance I have to mention this one, and the view attribute I have to mention this one. So here it does not show any like a lookup. You have to manually enter all the values. You have to be very much careful
Oh,
because it's Java, it's a case sensitive, so we have to be very much careful.
yeah.
So I just mentioned the part view attribute, view instance, the prompt name as well as ID and as well as item type. So all these properties you have to mention. Then now just click on apply. Now you can see, right? You can see our particular party ID column here. So delete icon is enabled only for this particular one. For the remaining it does not show any delete icon, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Now click on return. Got it? Party ID.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how we can create a new item. It can be anything. See, it can be item or it can be region also. It can be an item or it can be region also.
Yeah.
Okay. So any other information required in the personalization area?
And it was?
In the personalization area, do you have any doubts? Personalization. Only personalization concept I'm asking about. Do you have any doubts or any
Do you
clarity?
have any doubts? No, I mean, there's so many things to practice in that, like um, changing, for example, I guess uh, the next stage would be to personalize. I guess it's an extension of the view where you want to change the where clause, right?
Yeah, the next concept is extension. CEO as well as visual extension. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy enough. I mean, personalization, I could just try them and
Yeah, we just need to follow the appropriate path. Only thing is, in the worst case, let us say by mistake if we mention some other thing. I'll show you one particular thing. Let us say I click on bookmark. I will just click on personalize here. Most of the times, as a developer, we face a lot of issues here. Just click on update icon. All I want to do is let us say by mistake I just entered some particular invalid instance name. Let us say by mistake I just mentioned something like this. Okay. Now I just
yeah.
click on apply and see what is the result of this one. So the page will get into exception and you cannot modify.
Yeah.
One minute. It is not giving any error, right? One minute. What happened? Did I click? Sorry, I think I have not applied. I have not clicked on apply this. Hmm. It's there. Okay, let's try. Because Vivo instance name if I give a mistake it will not work, right? That's the concept. But it is working here, but what I will do is I just navigate back to this page again, click on home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, how it is working. Okay, let me check it. Okay, I'll just give a jump value name, jump instance in there. I don't know if it is working.
Oh,
Generally, it will never work. Generally, it will never work. Let us remove this one. Okay, assume that I remove this one and see what will happen. It is working.
do you have? I mean, do you have to clear the cache or something? No.
Not required actually. Generally, it is not required.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just deleting now. Let me create again. Okay, I just create again. Click on create icon. So I just create new ID. So I'll not give any other property now. I'll not give any value. Just click on apply and see what will happen now. It's not giving any issue at all. Usually we'll get issues, but it's not giving. So what I'm trying to tell you is, what I'm sort of showing you is, if you, in the worst case, in the worst case, if you get any issues while performing personalization, what is the safest thing is, like this, make a note of the page name. So as we know the page name, what you have to do is, you just go to the functional administrator, and you have an option to activate as well as deactivate. Simply deactivate and just do the remaining personalization. So there, from there, you can, again you can click on personalized page. See, generally when you get an exception, it will not even show the page to to either activate or deactivate or to perform personalization. So we have a functional administrator on our rescue. You just go to functional administrator, mention the page name, and you have an option to either manage it or you can personalize it. Both things.
Yeah, yeah. It sounds to me though that you should have a test responsibility that you can just set it, think the responsibility level before you open it up to site level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or another responsibility.
Yeah, that is also correct. Yeah, that's also correct. Yeah, but the thing is, like here, see, you have a security profile which are done at the security, which are done at the responsibility level. So like nobody wants to again re-enter all those setups, right? That's the problem.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why changing a responsibility is it's not that much thing. Getting a new responsibility, that's again a tedious job for the developer. Isn't it? That's the reason. So anyway, we have functional administrator, right? Using functional. The only thing is you have to have a functional administrator also. That is very much important. Without that, we cannot achieve. So we require functional administrator responsibility also very platform personalization.
Yeah.
Okay. So everything goes fine. So
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
extensions like you want me to cover now or shall we cover in the next class?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think it would be better to do it now, but it will save. I mean, it depends. I don't. Do you have any plans for another session before Monday? I don't think so, right?
Yeah, before Monday, no. Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah.
No. So it's better we covered now. So I mean, and then I can say, because that will be the most popular request. At least I can talk about it and know and practice a bit.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay. So let me go through my slide now for the extension part. So like in the normal OAF in the OAF thing, we have a different types of extension apart from these things. We have it, but I try to cover CVO as well as VO extension. So like first of all, let's concentrate on the CVO extension. What is the purpose of CVO extension, as well as in which scenarios we have to use it, as well as what is the procedure involved in performing this particular CVO extension. We see all these particular functionalities now. So CVO extension can be done at various levels, and it is replaced by the extending the CVO. So it's not, it doesn't mean that replacing, but it is nothing but extending. It is done by using
Yeah.
extending it. And the information about the
Yeah.
CVO extension, yes, of course, the Java file will be moved to the Java top, but still there is some set of personalized information you have to do on the page. That information will get stored in the JVR tables. And the BGR, the BC4G extensions like EVO extension, VIVO extension as well as AM extension can be done at only site level. Okay, the CVO extension can be done at various levels, but the BC4G extensions, nothing but the VIVO, AM as well as EVO extension, which are based on a substitution concept, which are done at only site level. So like the remaining extension, like apart from the CVO extension, all the remaining things are BC4G extensions. Nothing but business components for Java extensions, EVO, VIVO as well as AM. The process involved in performing the extension of those things are totally same. They are called substitution. They are done using concept called substitution concept. So the only the CVO extension is quite different. Okay. So one minute, Mike. Okay. Now, so what is the steps involved in the performing sample CVO extension? Yes. So everything is there in my slide, but like I'll show you practically one particular sample. Okay. So I don't want to go through this particular slide. I'll send this slide for you. You can just go through it. But let me do a real-time sample. How do you perform the CV extension? Okay. So let's choose any page. You can choose any page. You can choose I-procurement or whatever, any page, no problem. So let's say that I'll choose I-procurement. Okay. Now it's a requisition, right? Requisition page. Okay. Now what we want to do is, let us say, first of all, we try to see the basic extension without any business functionality. Okay. We just want to extend the controller. That's it. We don't want to write. We don't want to do any business logic. We just want to extend the controller. That is the thing we want to achieve. So what is the process involved? What is the tool you have to use it? So when you want to perform extension of any of the CO, first of all you have to know what is the parent CO. That is what this particular the base CO. Just click on about this page and find out what is the page name as well as the CO name. Then you see a requisition summary view CO. The page name is this one. It's the page name. Get it? So now I'll just do extension and the page name is this one, and the C1 name is, what is the C1 name? The requisition summary C1. This is C1 name, right? So it is not showing the region, it's not showing the CO part, right? It is not showing the CO part. But how do we get the CO part? So there are different ways of getting it. So most of the times, the CO will
Most of
also
the times the same.
yeah. So most of the times the package structure for both of them will be same. But it is not. It may not be the ideal scenario. What I'm saying is, in the ideal scenario, it has to be like this. But 90% of the chances, of course, this will be the path. But there are 10% chances it may not be this particular path. You have to clearly find out that particular path. So what you can do, you can get the XML content of this particular page, isn't it? You can get the XML content of this particular page. So what I can do is, I can just simply, it is not required, but just in a, I just want to show you the sake of code also. Okay, copy this one, and now can you see the CO part from there? The controller class is equal to, yeah, got it? Replacing somewhere CO, Oracle Labs, ICX, PWord, same thing, right? Requisition management, the VI, replacing somewhere CO. So, perfect. So it is nothing but is following the same path, this particular path. So next thing is what we have to do is we have to get this particular CO file. We have to get this particular CO file and copy into local my classes folder. So now where is the my classes folder? JDev home, JDev, and my my classes. This is my folder. So what I will have to do is go to the server and now just open this particular folder and the right side just open the Java top. So I have to know what is my Java top. So now I'm in the Java top. Now what I have to do, I have to get this particular class file, isn't it? I have to get this particular class file. This is from the C. So but this particular CO is available in this particular folder, right? Total hierarchy, Oracle Labs, ICX, PO, everything. So what is the best thing is, so I have to get better. It is very safer to get this total PO folder. So don't try to copy the total Oracle folder. That will be an MB size. It's very difficult to copy your network environment. So what I will do is here to maintain the hierarchy, I just create Oracle folder here. And again I'll create my apps folder, and then after that I'll create my ICX folder. Okay. Now here also I'll navigate to Oracle, apps, and ICX. So now I'll just move only PWR folder. I'll just move only PWR folder. Got it?
Okay.
You can move only single file, but no, you'll have a lot of dependencies, so it will generally get into exceptions. That is safer that you just move the total PWR folder from your server to the local machine. So in the Java terminology, whenever you copy any of the files, always maintain the package hierarchy. You have to always maintain the package hierarchy.
Okay.
Now it's getting copied. So what is the next thing is, we are now assume that we got the file, and the next thing is we want to perform the CO extension, the basic CO extension. So like again here, You can create your new workspace, new project, or you can work on the same existing project. There is no harm in that. So I can use the same existing project here. I'll just platform right click at this existing project here and click on new. Or like if you want to go with a new project, yes. Let us say I'll go with a new project. I'll use the same workspace, but I'll just choose a new project. Right click on the workspace, click on new OAF project, click on next, and I'll say OAF single extension project. Click on next, next, and finish. That's it. So now if you open the OAF extension project, by default it will show the earlier samples also. By default it will show the earlier samples also. What you can do is just click on this one and just click on this delete button to exclude. It will just exclude from the project.
Okay.
It's not the delete, it will just exclude from the project. Exclude.
Okay.
Because like when you're working on multiple projects, it is better that just in a given project just have the content which is relevant for that particular project. Okay. Now I excluded all the remaining content. The other files should be there. Don't delete them. They are very much important. Don't do any changes to them. So now in this one, on this particular project, I have to create a Java file, right? I have to create a new CO file, right? So, but there is no option in the JDeveloper. You do not have any option to create a CO. It clearly says that Java file, not the CO file. Okay. Just click on New,
Okay.
General, Java class. Okay. So this thing you have to follow. Click on New, General, Java class. Click on OK. Now, what is the path? So here we have this one, right? So what is the path CO name? Copy the CO name here. You just click on browse, or you can just mention here. So in the extends property, you just need to mention this one, the class name. Where is the class name? This is the one, right? I have to mention this here, isn't it? Or you can click on browse and you can mention this. Got it? So it
Okay.
recognized. It recognized. It means that it is available.
Mm-hmm.
So in the extends property, I have to mention the seeded class name. Okay. In the extends property, I have to mention the
Yeah.
seeded class name.
Okay.
And in our in our in this particular name and in this particular package, what I have to mention is, so we generally follow some particular naming convention. So let's just go with this one, ex1. Okay. And the package structure, what we follow now for this particular custom class is again with the prefix of your
Uh-huh.
customer name. The prefix of your customer name. Like this.
Okay.
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 So the question C was summary ex1, and I just mentioned the package structure like this. Okay. This is enough. So in the extend property, you have to mention the seeded class name. In the package, you have to mention your valid package name. So the package
Yeah.
name for the custom package should be have a prefix and similar to your seeded path name. In the class name, generally we
Yeah.
just have a suffix called ex1, ex2 like that. It goes on.
Okay.
So now this is the code about CO, but by default, if you observe, it is not having any information. It's not having any information about the process request as well as process form method. As per our understanding, every CO should have those particular methods, right? Process request as well as process form request. So, but it is not having those methods. So we have to copy or we have to manually type it. Okay. We have to either type it or we have to copy it from existing COs. Now what I will do is, I'll just copy these particular methods, process request, and I'll also copy the process form request. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Either you can type it manually. So now what I want to do is I don't want to write any business logic. I just want to display some information. I just want to display some
Okay.
information. Okay. Okay. So you cannot run it, you just need to compile. Just click on make, that's it. It will compile or rebuild. Okay. Now it will
Okay.
compile. Next thing is you have to move the file. You have to move the total file from your local machine server. So what I will do now into the Java classes, and here also classes. So I'll move my total XXPG folder. I'll move XXPG folder. Of course, it is moving all the files, but Because like why it is moving all the files? Because our earlier custom implementation also based on XFP GOD, right? So I does not need that. I can just delete the FND folder here. Got it? It does not need the FND folder. It just require ICS keyword, declaration management, with the single file. Just a single file is enough. Okay? Only single file is enough. So what is the next thing? Just go to the page and here go to the declaration home page. Now perform personalization. Just click on personalized page. And before that perform personalization, as we discussed, always you have to make a note of the page path. And now what you have to do? We have to personalize the page layout region. You have to personalize the page layout region because we want to extend the control which is available at the page layout region level. So click on personalize. It shows the controller class, right? It shows the controller class. So at this place, now if you observe always, the controller class you have to mention like this, with the full path. Just to mention a class name is not enough, you have to go with full path. So this is my class name. So this total my full qualified path name or the name of my class. So I just mentioned in the inherit property, I just mentioned this one. And tab on. And click on apply. And now go back. Right? So what you do, just come to this particular page again, come to this particular page, then you can understand, then you know the process request will be called. Sorry, we have not thrown, right? We have not yet thrown. That's the reason. We have to throw it, isn't it?
Okay.
So now the problem is now we cannot use the same CO file. If we want to use the same CO file, we have to bounce the server. Why? Because this particular Java file is already available in the server. So now if you are trying to modify the existing file, you require a bounce. But you know, I don't want to bounce. What I want to do is I just rename the file with a new name. So I'll just leave it as true. And now I'll just store it. Okay. So this is another way of the workaround for not bouncing the server. So if it is a new name, if it is a new class name, the server does not require bounce. That's the advantage.
Okay.
So click on personalize. But this particular option is not available in the 2.2.4. Even if it's a new file or existing file, always you require a bounce in the 2.2.4.
Okay.
Click on apply. Alright.
Yeah.
Right? This is how we can extend a scene. Okay. So one more logic which I'll show you now. Let us say I want to create some particular button. Assume that I want to create a new button and I want to handle it manually. I want to write it. I want to extend the controller to handle the button. Assume that I want to create a new button. Okay. So let's create a new button now. Click on personalize page. And here, the create is not enabled at each and every place. It depends upon the, just click on complete view, then it will change it. Now it will show the create on each and every region level. Can you see?
Okay.
So I'll just click on create this particular page layout level, create icon, and I'll just click on button and say this is my button, this button, and we have a prompt and then access button. So make a note of this button ID, it's very much important. And click on apply. it may show the particular button somewhere. Yeah, it is available at this place, but leave for the position, but it is only to concentrate on the coding part. Position, yes, of course, we can work on it to solve it, but the coding is very much important now. Now we just click on the button, no action will perform anyways because we have not written the logic. So let us write the logic for this one,
Yeah.
for this particular button. So what I have to do? So I'll again rename this particular class file here, and this rename test 3. Okay. So I will remove this particular message. Okay? I'll remove this message and OA button. The green there's a property called set fire action. Okay. Set fire action for submit. So here we have to be very much careful. So I don't remember the exact properties here. Let me get that. And this bit is recent. It's very difficult to remember this code. Okay. Set fire action for submit. Right? So let me get it. Okay. I don't really know. Okay. So the event name and the other things are passed. That's it. This is enough. Okay. So now here I can just go with all the things as none. They are not required at all. So I just say exit button in the first event. So this is my event name now. So now what exactly we're doing is, like when you're creating a button, see, this is not a submit button, this is a normal button. This is not a submit button, this is just a normal button. So by default, when you create any items when you create any items on the page, it's not allow you to mention the file action property on them. So we have to manually using CY extension we have to mention them. So that is what we are mentioning here.
Yeah.
So after
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
you just need to
Do it
handle
on the fly.
yeah, you just need to handle like this. Page context dot get parameter, even method para. This logic you already aware, right? Even name str, not equal to null,
Yeah. Just,
instance, even str, you can say, and we also have a diagnostics. What you can do is it is better that you have to write the diagnostics. So we have something called page context dot provide diagnostics. Okay. And here what you can do, you can just mention this dot and you do and your call method. Okay. So this way you can write the diagnostics. When you enable the diagnostics on the page with the statement level, what are the message you write here that will get shown on the page. Okay. So when you perform CY extension, this is the only way where we can debug. Because we cannot, when you perform CY extension, you cannot execute the content within the JDeveloper, right? Everything you have to test on the system, on the instance only. That's the reason we have to enable diagnostics and make sure that you just, you can debug. Okay.
yeah.
Now just compile. Now, yeah, for generator. Move it, and again personalize. So always go with complete new. Okay. Simple personalization. Now here, what is that? G, right? COAC. You can apply. Now you click on this button. Got it?
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
I'll enable diagnostics on this.
I just have one other question about controllers and regions. If you have like a multi-record region, like a table region, how do you know the context of which record? Is the controller always at page level, or you can have it at region level and it knows?
Yeah, see. Now, like, if you consider a page, let us say I have a table region, and I have one more region, and I have one more table region. Like this. And assume that on the page level I have a CO, and I also have a table region CO, and also I have one more CO. Let us say I have CO1, CO2, as well as CO3. So one basic functionality is
Okay.
the parent CO can access all the item information, all the information I can say, item or region information, all the information I can say. Whether it's a shared region or independent region, whether it's shared region or whether the region is part of a page, yes, you can access all the information. And when you perform extension, let us say if you are performing extension of the table at the this region level, what is the hierarchy? The first is always parent. The parent CO will be called first, then the next level, then the next level. Depends upon the position of the component. Now in this case, if we call CO first, then CO1, then CO2, then CO3.
Okay.
That's how it is. Now let us say you have done CO extension for only CO1. Assume that for the CO1 you have done CO extension for CO1EX1. Then which particular control will be called first? So now anyway, at any point of time, only parent will be called first, CO. Then after that, in this table region CO1, the table region CO1, what is the parent? The parent is CO1. Then after that CO1, it will call the CO1EX1. The extension will be called at later point of time.
Okay.
Why? Because in the extension we clearly mentioned when you are when you're extending the control, we clearly mentioned we are extending this one, and we clearly mentioned super dot process request. Nothing but you always call the parent first, then I will write my logic here. That is the thing. Super dot process request means that only. It's nothing but call the parent first,
Okay.
and then the remaining logic works out. So that's why always the parent will be called first. And when you perform extension also, only CO1 will be called first. After that, CO1 will be called next. Got the idea?
Okay.
So now I just enable the diagnostic, just observe the difference now. I just click on this button and now see whether our log is available or not. Our log is available or not. Can you see? EX3 without C1 name. Call process form
Okay.
with the, okay, let us search again.
Uh-huh.
Entering process form,
Okay.
right? Entering process form request and yeah, somewhere it will be there. All the information should be there.
So, sorry, how did you navigate to that?
No, it is available in the same page. It's just nothing but like that. Just see the same page. When you enable
It's just
diagnostic,
below it.
yeah,
Okay. When you
yeah.
enable diagnostic, that's it. It just arrives. Okay.
Can you see? It just shows clearly what we have written.
Yeah.
And it shows the even name also, right? Inside this condition, whatever we have written.
Okay. Fair enough.
And you can see the control name there. That is how we can identify. can see the control name there. The package structure xxpg.org/por expression element.
Okay.
Okay. So this is how we can perform the CY extension. And of course, see, it's not easier part. It all depends upon the requirement, and it all depends upon the homework what we do. So there are many things we can achieve, but as of now, I just shown you very simple concept like how do you extend it, as well as how do you create a button, as well as handle the event. So apart from that,
Yeah.
apart from that, let us say if you want to write the logic, assume that when user clicks on cancel requisition, assume that when user clicks on cancel requisition, you want to handle the event and you want to do some business logic and then allow the user to cancel it. Assume that, let us say consider requirement. When user clicks on cancel requisition, you want to handle the event and you want to validate validate some business logic, then allow user to cancel it. So what is the way we can achieve that? So what you have to do is, first of all, you have to know what is the event name it is raising, isn't it? We have to clearly know what is the event name it is raising, isn't it?
Yeah.
Without that, we cannot know it. Now just click on cancel requisition and see what will happen. So it's saying that
Yeah.
please select a
Seems fine.
requisition before taking action. But apart from that, it has to raise an event, right?
Yeah.
Can you see?
Okay.
So now it has to show some even name. So now, but how do you know what is the even name for this cancel requisition? So first thing is, the other way what you can do is, first of all, find out the XML content of the page. So where is the page? Now this is the page, right? Did you store it somewhere? Yeah, we got here, right? Yeah. Now this observe here,
Yeah.
cancel requisition. No, it is not showing. I think it's a part of the shared region. Now this particular one is a part of a shared region. Just click on this personalized table layout and find out what is the event. Find out what is the event of it. No, it's same page, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see here, it's a different one. It's a part of the result table region.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have to find out what is the event name, and then from there we have to do it. Complete, change, and for the position, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's calling its own control on that. Okay. Okay, but we can handle that. So that's how we have to do it. We have to find out what is the component name, what is the region controller, and what is the event name. From there we have to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Now can you see search button here? Again, it is different from the region. It is not of it is not part of this particular page. This search button which is shown on the page is also not part of this particular page. It's again a part of the shared region.
Mm.
Again a part of the shared region. So we have to identify that particular one also. Okay. So see it how much you can practice.
Yeah. Okay.
Based on that we can proceed further. Okay. So I'll stop here, and if you want tomorrow we can meet tomorrow.
Yeah. If you just look at the VO extensions for a short time, I think